All right. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to the Recovery Room with your girl, Dr. Carla Chaney-Rhodes, who is your recovery specialist. Listen, I am super excited on tonight about our conversation. And I want you all to do me a favor on tonight. Listen, we are streaming live on all social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and we added Clubhouse. Yes, so I am super excited on tonight. So tonight's going to be different on how we navigate. But I want you all to do me a favor. If you're on Clubhouse, I want you to ping some people into the room. If you on Facebook, I want you to go ahead and like and share and tag at least 3 to 5 people and ask them to come in the room, because we're going to be having the conversation about the stages of recovery. Listen, this is a very important topic, and I am super excited to discuss this. Many people have been saying, Dr. Carla, we've been seeing you on Facebook, but we wanted to participate on Clubhouse. So I decided to expand the conversation to Clubhouse. So I'm excited. I'm trying to just give allow a few more minutes to allow you to come on in and tag and share and let somebody know that we are on. Yes, I have a great announcement as well on tonight that I'm extremely excited about. It's been a while since I've been on Clubhouse, but I have been coming on here live week after week on Facebook and YouTube. And so we come on every Thursday at 8 p.m. having the conversation in the recovery room. This year, the year of 2023, which my apostle and pastor have been stating that this is the year of the champion. This year, I decided to make myself available to come and help God's people recover. It doesn't matter what you've gone through, what you're going through, that you can recover. So on tonight, we're going to go ahead and get right into the conversation. We're going to be talking about recovery. The past few weeks, we've been dealing with trauma. So many people have experienced trauma on so many levels. And we discussed on last week all the different types of traumatic events or traumatic experiences that exist. And statistics have proven that at least every person all over the world have experienced at least one traumatic experience, and there is at least 30.5% that have experienced 3 to 4 major traumatic experiences throughout their life. So I just want to encourage some people and help you recover on tonight. So on tonight, we're going to talk about the 3 stages of recovery. Now, there are other different views on different ways that you can recover. I've talked about the previous weeks, different things that you can do in your recovery process, but I want to kind of narrow it down and break down these 3 important stages on recovery. And you may be saying, Dr. Carla, what are those stages? Excuse me. Number 1 stage is relief or safety. Number 2 is to rebuild. Number 3 is to reconnect. Listen, whenever you are injured and you are taken to the hospital and they begin to work on you and you begin to go through your recovery process, one of the first things that they decide to do when you are injured is what? Stabilize you. That's right, to make sure that you are safe, to make sure that you have survive this traumatic experience or survive this particular injury. So we got to make sure that you're safe, that you're stabilized, that number 1, you are okay. And that kind of technically connects to stage 1, which is called relief and safety. Number 2, after we get you stabilized in your recovery process, the next step is to rebuild. And a lot of the doctor's terminology is called rehabilitation. And so that pretty much is the moment where they decide to make sure that they rebuild your immune system, rebuild your strength, rebuild your muscles, whatever it is that need to be restored or have restoration. That is the rebuild repair process. Now, last but not least, after we got you back healthy and ready to go. It's time now to what? Reconnect, to get back into life, get back to doing the things that you once were doing, the things that you once enjoyed, the things that really brighten your life and cause you to be back in alignment to what was considered normal. All right. So this is so exciting on tonight because I think it's so important that you understand these stages. And what I found out is that a lot of people, they understand that they survived it, but I need to make sure that you understand it's more than just survived it, but you got to make sure that you're safe, that there's security. And when you also maneuver into the rebuilding stage, I found out a lot of people, they kind of like sabotage, if you will, their recovery because they have the fear of starting over. So I wanted to encourage all of our viewers and listeners on tonight, whatever you do in your recovery process, do not be afraid to start over. Do not be afraid to have a new beginning. Do not be afraid to rebuild again from the ground up, because a lot of people feel like, hey, you know, I don't really want to start over, whether it's rebuilding a relationship, rebuilding a friendship, because you feel like I've put so much work and effort into this particular thing and I just don't feel like, or I just don't want to start over. But I want to encourage you on tonight to have a healthy recovery. It's okay to embrace rebuilding and starting over and starting something fresh, starting something new. You have to be okay with that, because sometimes, depending on what your situation is, you have no other choice. And the quicker that you embrace that I gotta start over, the more smoother and more quicker your recovery process will become. And then you're able to go back and reconnect. If I could use for an example on tonight, a biblical example on tonight, I would choose Noah in the Bible. Noah. Yes, Noah. It's a familiar passage of scripture in the story. Many of you know how God, what did he do? He destroyed the whole earth, the whole world with what? Water. All right. And before that traumatic event occurred, he gave Noah this great assignment to build a big old boat that we call the ark. And he told Noah that it was going to rain. So Noah has this burden of this major assignment, knowing that everybody that he knew beside his immediate family was going to die or perish. And I think, and I believe many times when we read Bible stories, we think it's just a good story. It's a good fairy tale. But when you fathom in your mind that this was a real life event, that somebody literally went through and experienced this level of trauma, it's really like mind-blowing to know that everybody in the world is going to die except for me and my family. Like, what a word, what an assignment. And I just really want you to think about that for a moment. Noah had to go through these stages of recovery. And here he is building this ship. And when it came down to the time for it to rain, you have to think that God told Noah, his family, and the animals, they were the only ones allowed in, and the door was locked. Now, Noah had to watch people that he loved perish. And you have to think about it for a moment. Noah had more family members than just his immediate family. I'm sure he had cousins, uncles, and aunts. So did his wife. So did his children's spouses. Like, they all had to witness watching people that they fellowship with, that they communicated with daily, perish. Oh my God, think about that for a moment. It's so deep. It's so like mind-blowing to really fathom what Noah was going through at that time. People that he's seen day to day just in the market, people that he might have been in an educational institution with, or just walking past his tent, what have you back then, or just out in agriculture, doing things, growing things, people that he worked with and talked to and greeted on a day to day. He had to watch them drown. Now, on top of all of that, then Noah had to spend 40 plus days on this boat with these animals, not knowing, not having any idea when the rain or the water was going to subside from the earth and he would be able to live on dry land. He had to keep sending out these birds to see if they can find some type of confirmation that there was dry land. So to make the long story short, that you all know and are familiar with, once God finally spoke to Noah and told him that, okay, you made it to dry land. It's okay for you and your family to exit off the ark. What did Noah had to do? Noah had to walk through these 3 stages of recovery that I just discussed. Number 1, he had to have a sense of relief, like, woo, we've made it to dry land. We've made it and we're safe. We don't have to worry about drowning. We don't have to worry about when we're going to come off the ship. Just that woo-saw moment of relief, safety, and stability, that we've made it to dry land and we are now allowed to exit. Oh my goodness, that was something there that Noah had to deal with. Number 2, Noah had to walk to the second step of stages of recovery, which was to rebuild. God gave Noah and his family the assignment to replenish the earth, subdue it, come on, and to start everything over with just his family. Wow. So what did Noah do? Noah he became a husbandman. What do that mean? That means a farmer, or start working in agriculture. He started growing things, of course, and he built a vineyard. Yes. So he had to start over. He had to have a new beginning. Can you imagine how overwhelming that had to be for Noah and his family, to have to start the whole world over again? There was no vegetation. There was nothing. He had to till the ground. He had to probably have some seeds in the ark to start over with. Oh my goodness. So when I tell you, you cannot be afraid to start over. You cannot be afraid to embrace change. Wow. Then after that stage, then Noah had to come to that final stage, which is called reconnect and integration. So he had to reconnect, because a lot of times when you experience something traumatic as that, or that great responsibility, you kind of out of the swing of things. I can imagine he might not have necessarily been connecting with his wife or his children, because he's so overwhelmed by this particular experience. And so now, because he had the assignment that he has to multiply, be fruitful and multiply. So now he has to reconnect with his wife so that she can get pregnant, so they can birth other human beings, and so that his children. He had to also reconnect and get back in the swing of things that he once did before God destroyed the earth with water. He had to start reconnect and integrate those things that he did that brought him joy and gave him some sense of normal living again. Oh my goodness. Noah was the perfect example of recovery. Wow, him and his family. So I just came to encourage you on tonight that, listen, if Noah can do it, so can we, because many of us, we have not even experienced trauma on that level that not Moses, but Noah did, or gone through things to that extent. So you have to be okay with finding relief, safety, rebuilding, starting over, reconnecting, integrating, putting those things back to work, or getting back involved in those things that made you feel normal, taking care of yourself, taking care of your body, just laughing, just doing things that's pleasurable to you. So I am super excited tonight to discuss these things with you. And I hope that you are hearing what I'm saying, and you take these 3 stages and apply it to your life, and understand that, listen, you can recover. I come to encourage somebody tonight. You survived it. You did. You survived it. Oh, glory be to God. You survived, but now you have to recover. You can recover all. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Stop telling yourself that it's impossible. Stop talking yourself out of your recovery process. Listen, you can do it. And when I tell you, as soon as you have that pep talk, as soon as you embrace it, I'm telling you, the faster your recovery can take place. Listen, you experienced the worst part of it. That was the pain. But you have to remember, although you experienced pain, God still made you a promise. You still have a promise. You still have a promise. So the only thing left to do after that is what? Pursue it. Yes, you experienced the pain. You have a promise. Now you have to pursue it. Go get your promise. Hang in there. Be encouraged. You have to do what David did. He encouraged himself when he was going through one of the hardest and traumatic experiences of his life. He had to encourage himself. So I just came by tonight to encourage you here in the recovery room to what? Have a sense of relief, rebuild, and reconnect. Don't be afraid to do it. So I just wanted to drop those nuggets on tonight. And listen, I know that this information has added value to your life. And what I'm asking you to do on tonight, if you would be so kind to sow a seed into the ministry, and you can do so by sowing your seed to Cashapp RecoveryR. And I'm going to put that information across the screen. If you are in Clubhouse, it's in my profile. And you can do that. If you want to sow by Zelle, you can do so by sending it to Dr. Carla Chaney-Rhodes at gmail.com. That's Dr. Carla Chaney-Rhodes at gmail.com. So yes, this has been a powerful lesson, and I'm coming on here week after week giving you tools and tips on how you can recover, because I am your recovery specialist. Listen, I've been through some hard things, and I know what it's like to feel defeated. I know what it's like to fight for your recovery. And listen, I just want to encourage you on tonight that you absolutely can do it. Why? Because you are a champion. This is our year of 23. This is our Jordan year, the year of the champion. Champion is what we've been declaring corporately in my ministry, at my church with my apostle and pastor. And I believe that, and I embrace that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. All right. So real quick, I also have an announcement that I'm super excited about, that I will be having my first mentorship program starting the month of February. That's right. That's next month, starting the month of February. Listen, if you desire to know your prophetic identity, you need to be a part of this mentorship. This mentorship, I am going to be breaking down everything that I can think of as it relates to the prophetic. We're going to start from the basics and we're going to build. When you leave this mentorship, you're going to know your prophetic identity. You're going to understand the prophetic on a greater level. I am so excited about doing this mentorship. And I have been intentional on making myself available for the people of God this year. I'm also making myself available to do one-on-one counseling and coaching for you. Also marital counseling and coaching, and the mentorship. Yes. So if you are interested, just go to my website on tonight and register and sign up. And it's just an investment of $199. This mentorship is valued at $399, but I'm giving a 50% discount. All right, for 4 weeks of prophetic mentorship just for $199. And you may be saying, Dr. Carla, I really desire to be a part of the mentorship, but I just cannot afford the $199. So what I decided to do was I decided to offer it week by week at a lower cost of $49.99 per week. So if you can just at least attend one class, that'll be great. At least you can still get value information that you can apply to your life, apply to your ministry with understanding. But every week we're going to build. Every week is going to be some powerful information. I am so excited. I've been preparing for it and preparing to share this information with you all. Also, I will be with Prophetess Nicole Armstrong the month of February as well, doing a prophetic empowerment. So it seems like to me, February is the month of the prophetic. It is the month of the prophetic. So I am super excited about these things coming up. So I want you to plan and posture yourself to be a part of the mentorship. I am going to, I'm sorry, let me take that off. I am going to put my website on the screen there. Yes, my website is drcarlachaney-rhodes.com. That's right, it's drcarlachaney-rhodes.com. Make sure you go there and register. Registration is open on tonight. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, it's going to be power packed. And I know many of you said, well, I've been in prophetic classes and coaches and stuff before, but I promise you, I'm going to give you some deep insight and some things that probably you have not learned before in other trainings. And then again, you may have, but I am a person that I like to go deep, 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 deep. All right. So I'm super excited. So again, the spaces are limited for the mentorship, and it's going to be exclusive on a private Zoom. So you must register and you make sure that you are part. All right. So what I'm getting ready to do at this time, I am going to release my viewers on tonight from Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, but I am going to remain in the Clubhouse room. I'm going to come back there, but I want you all to make sure that you meet me here the same place, same time, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the Recovery Room. So I'll see you soon. God bless you. All of my Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram viewers, God bless you. Have a wonderful night.